Warlock!
Briar's heart beat like a drum as she scanned the street. The wielders had fallen back, but they wouldn't stay gone for long. This was only the eye of the storm. Briar knew they needed to move quickly.
The wielders retreated towards the citadel. We should stay low and follow the streets to the north. We could combine Balthazar's toxic gas and smoke above us to maximize cover, moving in small groups.
Perfect. Everyone move to the entrance.
Nervous parents clung to their children while Nova and Rend helped older people to their feet.
We're ready when you are, Krysha.
First group, stick together.
As they prepared to run, a terrible scream pierced the air. Out of the smoke leapt Topaz, who had grown from large to huge.
Okay, what in the hells is that?
There you are!
Balthazar, run!
Dozens of hands reached out at Class Blue, but in the blink of an eye, Amara blocked his path. He grabbed onto her dragon form and pulled her in to bite onto her neck. She roared in pain.
Quick, get to the mines! Shiri, Balthazar!
Running away!
Right behind you!
Run, 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 run!
We've got to help her.
What do we do?
I don't know.
What do we know about this thing?
Hang on.
Suddenly, Nova's posture changed as she granted the lady access to her body.
This demon is immune to any attack using mystic energy. Not only will it feed directly from a dragon or any sorcerers, it can absorb any spells cast with mist into its skin. Do not use any mist.
That's what we know.
Since when can she do that?
How did you just... Never mind, questions for another time.
How do we save that dragon without mist?
Stay back!
Serpent form, flowing river.
In a flash, a figure struck all of the arms holding Amara in place, flowing with a stream of water behind him. With the final blow smashing into Topaz's face. As he let go, Orion used all of his might to push Amara back away from him. He was visibly exhausted, his body bruised and bloody.
Amara, transform if you can. Students, get her into the mine.
I can't.
I can't move you anymore.
Let me help.
Rick landed next to Amara, using his legacy to allow her to slide effortlessly against the ground. Zarian teleported into the mine.
Is everyone all right?
Zarian! We're okay, but we need to help Orion.
Teach! Oh boy, am I glad to see you up and moving.
Professor, think the 10 you're all right.
I've missed you all. Do you have a plan?
We need to get these people out of here, but with that thing, we're pinned.
And this barrier stops all teleportation. Not that we could get everyone out quickly. You must be Krysha. Kaida told me all about you.
And you need to help me get these people out.
What about this mine? There must be a secondary way out of here. Or some kind of ventilation shaft. A mine this big, no way this is the only way out.
No way we could find it quickly.
I'll start looking. You all, stay here.
Zarian snapped his fingers, teleporting deeper into the mine.
Come on, we have to help Orion.
We're still not listening to Zarian, are we?
Ha! No.
As they dashed out, they were just able to see Rick trying to push Amara away from Topaz. But with little luck. Orion did his best to keep the demon at bay.
Get her out of here!
Let's get Amara to safety first.
They all helped Rick push Amara close to the mine entrance, her breathing ragged and weak. Every movement seemed to take more effort, her weight sagging against them.
Everyone, get out of here.
No! We're not leaving you.
And where exactly do you think that you're going?
Topaz stepped forward, the glow of his gemstone mask catching the flickering light. His arms warped and twisted, merging together into a massive white limb. He scooped up a huge handful of rubble and hurled it at Class Red with terrifying force. The wind howled as the debris cut through the air like cannon fire.
Damn it! I still can't form a wood wall.
Get down! Take cover!
The incoming debris was seconds from crushing them when it struck something unseen. An invisible force stopping it mid-air. A crackling impact filled the air before the rubble tumbled harmlessly to the ground in a shower of dust and stone.
Wait. I know this legacy. This mist.
Just in time. Are you all right?
Skarn.
Wait, Skarn? What the hell's you doing here?
He's with us. You can trust him.
I know we fought before. I know we've been enemies, but you have to trust me now. Please.
Nova studied him, searching for any sign of deception. Finally, she gave a slow nod.
Fine. I trust you.
How can I help?
You can use your legacy to see, like echolocation, right?
Yeah. What do you need me to find?
Another way out of those mines.
Got it. Are you sure you will all be okay?
We'll be fine. Go help Zarian, so I can kick your ass later.
I think I can try to use primal energy to heal Amara, but I need some cover.
We'll go help Orion.
Be careful. I don't think my legacy can help out too much with him.
As they ran out, they were able to see Topaz in his latest, grotesque size. Orion lay crumpled beneath him, his body battered and bleeding. Thick, sinewy tendrils of pale flesh wrapped around his limbs, pinning him to the ground like an insect caught in a web. Orion struggled, his muscles tensed, but each movement only seemed to tighten Topaz's grip.
Ah, Orion. So much mist inside of you. Such a shame you've been hiding it all this time.
I told you, I don't have it anymore.
Lies. I can smell it. Buried. Hidden. But I'll dig it out, don't you worry.
Topaz, enough. We need him alive.
A figure dropped from the ruined heights above, landing with effortless grace. Emerald stood, her cloak swirling as iron-like vines erupted from the ground. They coiled around Class-Red's legs, locking them in place before they could react.
Mother.
Ah, damn it, I can't move!
Topaz, you can feast on the dragons when we're done, but you need to bring Orion to me.
You're all fools. What a waste of time. I don't have what you're looking for.
He is telling the truth. I cannot sense the origin within him.
Their heads snapped upwards at the sound of the voice. Diamond hovered weakly above them, his once imposing form sagging against Kira, who supported most of his weight.
Kira!
Such a waste of time. Oh well, this was a splendid opportunity to weed out my weaker students, I suppose.
Can I keep them?
Do as you wish with them. They are not my concern.
Don't you need to find out who has eruption?
If he does not have it, then I know precisely who does.
More! I want more!
The air thickened as Topaz turned, his unblinking, hungry stare locking onto Diamond. A foul tongue slithered across his fanged maw.
Oh, Diamond, you're full of mist. So much delicious mist!
Before anyone could react, a grotesque, elongated hand shot towards Diamond, tendons snapping as the limbs stretched unnaturally fast, fingers clawing for him.
Pathetic.
Onyx quickly reached into a bag of holding on her belt, grabbing a long black handle. In a flash of black steel, her scythe sliced through Topaz's reaching limb. The severed hand flopped to the ground, writhing like a dying insect.
Ruby, get him out of here.
What about you?
We'll contain him, at least until we can escape.
Can we drop the barrier?
No, it won't disengage until it burns through its energy. It's to prevent sabotage. Inconvenient, really.
Annoying.
Nova, run! You can't beat him! Get Class Blue out of here!
I will!
Ruby and Diamond floated back up towards the Citadel. Iron vines appeared underneath Topaz, but they quickly fizzled away as they wrapped around his skin. Absorbed into his body, Briar took a deep breath, and with a flash of determination, she ignited the iron vines around her legs. They burned away into ash. She quickly freed the others as they ran over to Amara.
Emerald, we need to leave.
Topaz threw dozens of grasping hands towards Onyx, who sliced and maneuvered her way out of their reach.
I'm taking Amara.
Emerald turned sharply, already moving towards Amara. But Briar was faster. A surge of fire erupted around Amara's form, a roaring cone of flame crackling to life. But this was no ordinary fire. The flames weren't consuming Amara. They were flowing into her. Like a pulse of primordial energy, the fire danced along her scales, seeping into her body rather than scorching her flesh. And then, her eyes snapped open. A golden glow flickered to life in Amara's pupils. Strength surged through her limbs as her heavy, wounded breath steadied. Her massive dragon form shuddered, and in a flash of golden light, it collapsed inward. Where the red dragon had lay, Amara the halfling remained, breathing heavily but very much awake.
Briar, thank you.
As Briar helped the weakened Amara to her feet, a vine shot out of Emerald's hand, restraining the halfling.
She's coming with us. She's a liability.
Briar grabbed the vine and pushed all of her anger and ferocity into it, the primal energy overwhelming Emerald's mist and igniting the vine in an instant.
You're not taking her anywhere. Leave.
Briar.
In a blink, she vanished, her form dissolving into the air like smoke in the wind. Onyx lingered a fraction of a second longer, her gaze flicking to Briar, then Amara. Without a word, she too disappeared into thin air.
Amara, get into the mines. We're going to save Orion.
Don't worry, I got her.
Please, Briar, be careful.
Briar stepped forward, joining the rest of Class Red as they stood in formation. Across from them, Topaz turned his gaze, locking onto them with unsettling intensity. Then, with a casual flick of his grotesque limbs, he dropped Orion. Orion hit the ground with a heavy thud, his battered body barely moving. Blood trailed from the corner of his mouth, his breathing labored. But still, he moved. Slowly, painfully, Orion turned his head. His eyes flickered, locking onto Nova. He didn't speak. He didn't need to. He nodded.
Perfect timing. Thanks, Akashima.
Just be careful. That shard still prevents me from helping you. You're on your own for this. I've unlocked as much mist as I can for you.
A surge of mist coursed through Nova's body, like a roaring current rushing through her veins. She felt it. Power. Topaz felt it too. His head twitched unnaturally, his many eyes snapping to Nova, his mouth twitching into something between a grin and a snarl.
You think we can beat this monster?
With you all by my side, I feel like I could take on anything.
A radiant aura began to pulse from Krysha, spreading outward like a warm sunrise. It wasn't just light, it was strength. Class Red felt it in their chests, an undeniable confidence washing over them.
Just stick together.
Ren exhaled slowly, rolling his shoulders. As he opened his eyes, blue lightning flickered within them, dancing like a storm barely contained. Power hummed through his body. But unlike before, he was in control. A calm settled over him, a focus Nova had never seen in him before. No reckless bravado, just determination.
Let's save our friend.
Briar let out a slow breath, but her rage didn't settle. She let it rise, let it consume her. Her hair, once white, lifted in the air as if caught in an unseen wind, the strands now flickering red like embers in a roaring blaze. Her hands clenched into fists, heat radiating off of her body.
I want to tear him apart.
Nova didn't say a word. She simply reached up and gripped her weighted armor. Then, with effortless strength, she lifted it over her head and let it drop. The ground shook beneath the impact. Dust billowed into the air. The weight was gone, and she felt lighter than ever. She extended her palm forward, and Zenith appeared. A swirl of light enveloped her, energy twisting into form, reshaping itself into the radiant armor that gleamed against the firelit sky.
Class Red.
She lifted Zenith, the glow reflected in her eyes.
Let's show them just how hard we've been training.
You got a plan, Twinkles?
I'm going to use my mist to enhance my speed, but focus on using spirit energy for my attacks. Ren, I need you to help me keep the focus on the two of us. Briar, his limbs seem to be more liquid than solid, so if you can attempt to restrain his body instead, that way Krysha can focus on cutting off as many arms as possible. If we remove as much mist as we can from him, we can reduce his size and we can take him down.
Right. Let's do this.
Nova clasped her hands together, and her astral veil appeared. She became bathed in warm, glowing light, and although she could feel the strain it was putting on her body, it was a fraction of what she had felt previously. With a sudden burst of speed, Nova and Ren collided with Topaz head-on. Her fist and Ren's foot smashing into Topaz's face. Topaz brought his hands up to grab the two of them, but a glowing blue blade sliced them off, the slimy limbs dropping to the ground before disappearing.
Take this!
Nova and Ren dropped to the ground, continuing their barrage in perfect harmony with each other.
Hawk form! Zap Claw!
A flaming vine wrapped around Orion, pulling him out from underneath the demon. He felt the healing energy that Briar had used on Amara.
I stabilized you, but you're in no shape to fight. Get to the mine!
We'll handle this, old man. Get out of here.
Taking orders from my own students. I'm proud of you all.
Topaz reeled back, his fanged mouth twisting in a mixture of pain and rage. His severed arms twitched and shriveled before vanishing into the air. But already, new limbs were forcing their way out of his body, pulsing and writhing like a grotesque bloom of pale tendrils. Before he could fully reform, Nova and Ren pressed the attack. Nova sidestepped a grasping hand, twisting midair as she drove a glowing spirit-infused knee into Topaz's ribs. The impact rippled through his form, warping his skin like liquid. Ren followed up in a flash, crackling with electrical energy. He flickered behind Topaz, landing a spinning heel kick into the back of the demon's head, sending the grotesque form staggering forward.
Ha, you ain't so tough.
Krysha dashed in, her blue aura flaring as she brought her sword down in a swift arc. More arms appeared, dissolving the instant they hit the ground. Topaz shrieked, his body beginning to pulse erratically, unstable from the rapid loss of mist.
You think this will stop me? I'll just take more!
With unnatural speed, his remaining arms shot outwards towards Briar.
Briar, look out!
Before she could react, the limb lashed around her waist, lifting her off the ground.
Briar!
A burst of flames erupted from Briar's body, searing through the tendril wrapped around her. She dropped to the ground, her breath ragged but eyes blazing.
You don't get to take from me.
With a sweep of her arm, flaming vines shot up from the earth, coiling around Topaz's body, tightening like a python constricting its prey.
Hey, guess what, ugly?
Ren vanished in a blur of motion, appearing above Topaz with a thunderous axe kick.
You fight just as bad as you look! Ha!
The moment his foot connected, Krysha sliced forward, taking off another cluster of limbs before they could regrow.
Keep pressing! He's getting smaller!
The more they stripped away his mist, the more Topaz's form seemed to wither. His once massive, towering presence was beginning to shrink. His body losing cohesion as his stolen power was forcibly ripped from him. Topaz began to pulse violently as he fought back against them. Then, suddenly, he stopped struggling.
Careful! Something's happening. Keep your guard up!
You're making this fun!
Topaz's body exploded outward. A mass of writhing limbs erupted from his form, his entire body unraveling into a storm of grasping hands, lashing out in all directions.
Brace for impact!
The limbs struck all four of them, flinging them into different directions. Nova slammed into a wall next to the mine, dropping to the ground with a thud.
Nova, are you all right? Damn it! I feel so useless.
Nova looked up to see Topaz with his arms wrapped around Krysha as she sliced and struggled to free herself from the creature. He lifted her above his head, his maw opened wide.
Someone, help!
Nova glanced around to see if anyone could reach Krysha, fearing the distance between them was too far. Suddenly, she knew what she had to do. For a brief moment, she pushed her mist to the limit, allowing it to flow more intensely through her body. She felt a burning sensation coursing in every fiber of her being.
Veil, level 2.
In an instant, she was at Krysha, her blinding speed barely visible to the others. Golden radiant wings unfurled behind her.
Gotcha.
Ren pushed some of the debris that landed on top of him off his shoulder, feeling a sharp pain shooting through his body.
Damn, I'm not quite conditioned to use Hawk style at 100% yet. Twinkles, we gotta end this quickly.
Where's Briar?
A tendril made of flame wrapped around a balcony of a nearby building, with Briar swinging up to the roof.
I'm here. I agree with Ren. I'm losing energy.
Our attacks just aren't doing enough. I've still got plenty of mist, but the two of you are burning through
Suddenly, Nova remembered something that others had been telling her for months.
Akashima's mist is some of the strongest and most potent in the universe. It's honestly pretty amazing that it doesn't burn you up when you use it.
It appears you can't handle that much raw energy. Your body is burning up. The star would eventually burn you up from the inside out.
That's it. I want to try something risky, and it might backfire.
I think the alternative is dying, so I'll take whatever you've got in mind, Lavender.
I've only seen this spell performed once, but I need to weaken him enough to be able to use it.
Topaz continued his rampage, his massive form thrashing violently, limbs whipping through the air in erratic, mindless destruction. The battlefield was a shattered ruin of fire and stone. Yet amidst the chaos, his many eyes snapped towards Nova. Her mist pulsed, radiating a power so overwhelming, it was like a beacon in the dark. He salivated.
There you are!
You want me? Come and get me.
Nova landed hard, her boots digging into the cracked earth as she gathered every ounce of Akashima's mist into Zenith. The veil blazed around her, raw energy pouring into her form like an unstoppable current, making the very air around her shimmer. Topaz roared and began to charge.
You three, get back to the mines. If this doesn't work, you need to get out of the city.
We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
We're doing this together, Twinkles.
We've got your back.
Then let's see how he handles this.
Nova unleashed it, the strongest astral beam she had ever wielded. A colossal surge of radiant light exploded from Zenith, the sheer force shaking the ground beneath her. But the power was too much to handle alone. She stumbled. Her knees buckled as the violent backlash of energy fought against her grip, her arms trembling under the pressure. Krysha moved in instantly. She braced Nova with her shield, digging her heels into the ground as the impact rippled through them both.
Ha! I gotcha.
The beam slammed into Topaz, its radiance illuminating every grotesque feature of his shifting, monstrous form.
Yes! Give it to me!
He advanced. Step by step, he forced himself against the energy, his form contorting and twisting, absorbing the raw force of the blast. Nova's arms began to shake, her body screaming under the strain. She felt the power slipping.
Not yet! Don't give up!
Briar lunged forward, gripping Zenith's hilt alongside Nova. Her primal energy surged into the beam, breathing the blinding blast in roaring fire. The beam grew stronger.
I frickin' love you guys.
Ren grasped the handle next, spirit energy flowing into the weapon. Bolts of lightning lacing through the beam, adding a volatile charge. The beam grew stronger.
Take whatever I've got!
Krysha pressed her hand against Zenith, her own energy radiating outward, feeding into the spiraling force of the blast. The beam grew stronger.
When I'm with the three of you, I feel unstoppable. Like no matter how strong the enemy, no matter how impossible the fight, as long as we stand together, I know we'll find a way. I fought alone before. I've struggled, I've fallen, but now I don't have to carry it all by myself. With you by my side, I feel like I can do anything.
With one final push, all four of them poured their power into the beam, their combined might becoming something greater. The energy roared to life, an unstoppable cosmic force. Topaz had finally reached them, his form swelling grotesquely, a bloated mass of shifting limbs and writhing flesh, glistening with the sheer volume of mist he had consumed. His eyes twitched erratically, his breath ragged and unnatural, his hunger insatiable. He towered over them now, his gargantuan shadow swallowing the battlefield, an elongated arm stretched forward, clawed fingers reaching for Nova, his mouth splitting open wide in a monstrous grin. Then, the beam vanished. The moment the radiant light dissipated, the energy holding them together collapsed. Nova's body sagged, her breath coming in sharp, exhausted gasps. Ren, Briar, and Krysha still gripped Zenith, their limbs trembling from sheer fatigue.
So much delicious mist!
His fingers curled inward, ready to snatch up Nova.
Now to finish it!
Then, he stopped. Topaz's entire body froze. His twisted, gritting face locked in place. The air thickened as an unnatural stillness took hold. Class Red didn't move. They didn't dare breathe. Then, his skin began to bubble. Welts and boils erupted across his massive form, pulsing violently. His many hands clutched at his own chest, his once powerful form trembling as a golden light began to glow under his flesh. Radiant fire ignited, bursting through his body, erupting in violent flares, searing through his grotesque frame like a sun imploding from within. Bolts of lightning crackled, arcing through his limbs as his own stolen power rebelled against him. His body convulsed, his screams shattering the air.
No, 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 no!
I knew it.
Nova watched as Topaz's form twisted violently. Racked by the very energy he devoured.
He couldn't handle all that mist. Akashima's power is too much for him all at once.
Well done, girl.
The demon realized what was happening when it was already too late. Topaz wasn't just failing to control the energy, he was breaking apart. Nova pointed Zenith one final time at the demon.
Banishment.
Topaz vanished. The screams of his anguish echoed all around them. And then, there was silence. Class Blue ran out to meet them.
That was incredible! You had a 10% chance of defeating that monster. I stand corrected, though I didn't have all the variables.
They said you all were strong. I never had any doubt.
Zarian was gonna be so proud of you kids. That was terrific!
Belric came dashing out of the mines, a smile across his face.
They found a way out. An old transport tunnel.
Help Amara and Orion get inside. We're coming.
Belric lifted Amara onto his back, and he helped Orion to his feet. They disappeared into the darkness of the tunnel. Zarian teleported to the group.
Did I miss it? Where did that thing go?
Your students beat him. It was really something special to see. You should be proud of them.
I really am.
Class Blue, I'm proud of you all. What incredible sorcerers you've become. I couldn't have asked for a better family. I know seeing Kira must have been difficult. We can all talk about it when we get out of here.
Oh, Professor.
Xander ran up and hugged Rick, followed shortly by Shiri and Balthazar.
How touching.
Onyx stood at the entrance of the mine, blocking their path. Her skeletal thin arms crossed in front of her, the gleam of her black mask catching the molten glow of the volcano. Diamond appeared behind her, flanked by Ruby and Emerald.
What the hells do you all want? Orion doesn't have the origin, so leave us alone.
We know. We've come to congratulate you, of course. I must admit, Topaz would have been difficult for me to deal with. But weakening him enough for banishment? Inspired. Truly a genius move.
Ugh, so that's Diamond, huh?
Yeah, be on your guard.
We're leaving. Stand aside.
Oh, you all are absolutely free to go. Once he lets you leave.
You fought well today. All of you. Ren, I am impressed you were able to find such power after your tragic loss. And Briar, your skills are beginning to rival your mother's. Now, Nova, I see how you continue to contain Akashima's mist. You have heeded my advice. I am proud of your wisdom.
I didn't do it for you. I did it for them.
Who you did it for matters not. Only that your strength continues to grow. But now we must end our pleasantries. Oakvale, you have sent your sorcerers into a sovereign city-state and engaged in open violence with its people, you know there must be consequences.
Sapphire stepped over to the opening in the citadel, looking down at the city. His voice boomed.
For too long, the 10 dragons of Meliora have kept the people of the 10 cities under their yoke. The Council of Cinderfall is destroyed, its overseer overthrown. Those once called the Bloodless are hereby considered kindred in our cause and full citizens of our glorious city. Armed with the freedom and strength of its people, Cinderfall hereby declares war on any of the 9 cities that are found to be harboring a dragon. They may either join our crusade to root out these false gods, or they will burn.
A declaration of war. War against the dragons, our true enemy. Oakvale can either stand in Cinderfall's way, or they can join us. I will allow all of you to leave now, but the next time you encounter anyone from this city, they will have orders to kill you. Be forewarned. Now go.
Emerald stared at Briar, unmoving. Briar locked eyes with the cold, dark circles in the mask. Emerald placed her hand on Diamond, and the two of them vanished. Without hesitation, Class Red and Class Blue pushed forward, sprinting towards the mine. But just as they neared the entrance, Onyx's form blurred. She vanished, then reappeared in an instant, blocking Class Blue.
Not you. Well, not all of you.
Hey, let them go!
Ruby, come here.
Onyx snapped her fingers. A shadow flickered. Before anyone could react, Ruby materialized in front of Onyx.
You showed more concern for your old friends than for Diamond, even after we told you to get him to safety. So tell me, where do your priorities truly lie? With us? Or them?
With you. You know that.
Then prove it.
How?
Kill one of them. Whoever you want, I don't care.
Class Blue stiffened. Xander's breath hitched. Balthazar's hands curled into fists.
What?
You heard me.
She reached into her robes and pulled out a small hourglass, setting it delicately on the floor. The black sand began to flow.
Or, I'll choose for you.
You can't do this!
Damn it. We're no match for her. She's on a whole other level than the rest of us. I can feel her overwhelming desire to kill from here.
What do we do?
I don't know.
Kira, please, don't.
We're your friends. We miss you.
If someone has to die to save everyone else, let it be me.
Shireen, no. Absolutely not.
Kira, think. Is this really what you want?
Ruby's hands clenched at her sides, shaking.
Come back to us. Come home.
Kira, we forgive you. Please.
We love you.
Come home.
Stop! Shut up! Shut up!
She clutched her head, squeezing her eyes shut.
Why are you making me do this?
Because I need to know where you stand. Would you like me to pick?
No. Enough of this.
Kira, stop! You don't have to do this!
Kira, just breathe.
Kira.
Kira!
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 The final grain of sand fell.
Oh, time's up. Guess I get to choose.
No!
The black scythe materialized in Onyx's hands. In one fluid, unstoppable motion, she lunged, her eyes glowing red with malice.
You're mine.
Warlock, Episode 34, Declaration of War. Nova is voiced by Claire Clausen. Ren, Topaz, and Balthazar by Nick Akins. Briar by Sasha Cifuentes. Krysha by Kate Aviles. Xander by Jeremy Cobb. Rick by Isaac Otterman. Ruby by Shelby Villeneuve. Shiri by Casey Cole. Diamond and Lucian by Brandon Meeks. Onyx by Alicia Espinoza. Emerald by Abigail Bailey Maupin. Sapphire by Tony Milner. Amara by Megan Massey Ware. Orion by Kyle Ware. Belric by Justin Jackson. The Lady by Tamara Deering. Skarn by Matthew Quattlebaum. Mendel, Hugo, and Zarian by Zachary Burrell. Wielder voices by Scott Russell and Bobby Ayala Perez. Additional voices by Nose and Space Shrimp from our Patreon. Additional casting by Megan Massey Ware. Music and sound effects by Epidemic Sound. Special thanks to Wizards of the Coast. If you enjoy the show, please leave us a review on your preferred platform. Check us out at Warlock D&D on Blue Sky and Instagram. Thanks for listening.
Next time, episode 35. Goodbye. On Warlock.